Hey everyone, today's lesson is going to be over dichotomous keys. And so our learning objective for this one is we were going to use dichotomous keys to classify organisms using identified characteristics. So first we've got to figure out what a dichotomous key is anyway. So a dichotomous key is just a tool used to identify species of organisms using observable characteristics. And we'll look at one of these and I'll give you a chance to be able to practice using one, but it basically just looks like a big chart that is going to distinguish different characteristics as you look at the animal itself. So, how do dichotomous keys even work? So, they're used to identify organisms based on their observable characteristics, just like the definition says. So, we're not focusing upon DNA sequences or anything like that. We're looking at the things that you can physically see, things like fur or color. Each step is going to be branching, leading you to one of two ways to identify this organism. And we'll see this here in just a moment. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure book. Depending upon what kind of organism you have in front of you, it could lead you to completely different ways. So, how do we actually read a dichotomous key? So, this is what one of them looks like. This part off to the left, this chart is what a dichotomous key actually looks like. So you'll notice that we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And within each one, there's an A and a B. And then over off here, off to the right, this is where it tells you to either go to a different number or it gives you the name of a species, right? Pine, spruce, magnolia, white oak, elm, holly, chestnut, and walnut. Those are all different types of trees. And that's what this dichotomous key is looking at. So we're going to be able to identify what this tree is just based upon the leaf that is present. So you always want to start with number 1. So we're going to go through and look at leaf A and see what is happening. So for leaf A, if we look at this leaf right here, okay, so number 1 asks us, does it have needle leaves or non-needle leaves? Well, this one does not have needle leaves, right? That's what looks like for D and E. These are needle-like, but this one is non-needle. So that means we are on B. And if I go over, it tells me to go to number 3. So I'm going to skip 2, right? Because I already know that it's telling me to go to number 3. So I've come down to 3. And now it asks me, does this leaf have simple leaves, which is just a single leaf, or compound leaves made up of multiple little leaflets? Well, this is just a single leaf. So I'm going to take A here, and it tells me to go to number 4. Come down to 4 then. It says this is smoothed edged or jagged edge. Well, the leaf itself looks smooth to me. So I'm going to take A here. And it says if it was A, then I'm going to go on to number 5. And then number 5 says the leaf edge is smoothed or lobed, right? Lobed would look something like H over here. So we know that's not the case, right? This is a very smooth looking leaf here. So if I come over here, well, now it doesn't tell me to go to another number. So this right here is going to be the species of A. So if I were to go through this dichotomous key, A would happen to be a magnolia. So you're doing this for each and every one based upon B, C, D, E, F, G, or H. I can go through here and it will tell me exactly what species it is based upon the characteristics that I can look at and which direction it possibly can send me. So go ahead and try and figure out what is going to be the species for leaf B. So hopefully you were able to get walnut as the species for B. Okay. If I were to go through this exact same process, so I'm taking leaf B right here. So start with 1. Okay. It is not needle leaved. So I'm going to be with B, tells me to go to number 3. Was this a simple or a compound leaf? Yes, this has the little leaflets, right? This is just one leaf, but it has all these little leaflets. So I'm going to go on to number 7. And then it says, are they all attached at a single point or are they attached at multiple points? Well, they're obviously not all right here in the center coming off. So they're at multiple points. So it should be the walnut here. So that's it for this lesson, and keep on exploring.